Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon. And my name is Medas Felajimo. Sorry for a late live update today. Last week, we were unable to get connected. Our regular investment live streaming, it's Mondays of every week. And the time is local Nigerian time. That's GMT plus one, 8, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. So if you're connected anywhere, you're welcome. So that's what it is. And so we talk about investing. Uh, so we're going to be looking at the investment diversification on different aspects of the last time I was sharing with us about investment diversifications, and we talked about stock. And talking about stock, we talked about one aspect of stock we talked about was much of dividend and why you need to buy into stock and leverage on the dividend. There are so many aspects of stock investment. Many do not know, and I'm not going to go detail about that. You want to know more detail? When you come to our ecosystem, of course, you can subscribe to. I have an inner system called the Plan B Express Cash Flow Solution Club, and then we'll be doing more detail because I'm dropping more information, both written videos available there. But basically, when talking, many person when they hear about stock, the misconception and the kind of lack of understanding sometimes we create around the stock investment. People look at stock investment as a place where you just buy stock and keep. No, you must define what exactly do you want to achieve there, or you want to spread your tentacles around the stock market. And so, quite number of persons will always say, "Oh, I have stock, and stock is no longer um, effective for that. I'm not going to buy into stock and all of those things." So, I listen to good number of persons like that, and I just marvel because when we talk about stock trading or we talk about investing in stock, it's beyond just buying and holding stock. Okay, and of course, maybe some of us what we know about stock is just like the normal speculative aspect of stock. Equally is beyond that. And then some of us could be we have we have OTC, primary market, all of those things. I'm not going detail about that because I talked about stock the previous week. And so today I'm going to be talking so much about investing in automation and robotic. Now, so because everything about what we talk about Mondays is investing, okay? It's purely investing. And so if it's investing, what can I invest into? And that's the thing we talk about. So we talk about stock, and I've just told you just a peripheral of it. And you buy stock, you hold, and you must define. And I can the same stock, I can do three things on it. So if you have privilege to have access to early informations where you go into private placement, but not all cases you can have that, right? But of course, that's one aspect you can do. And you can do OTC. Sometimes some people have more volumes of stocks and then they want to sell at a discounted rate and all of that. You have access to early, we have different apps just like talk about pre-market entry and you could buy and then in that there's a just like you are doing um just like you are doing what do we call this thing arbitrage. So there is kind of segment of arbitraging in the stock market. So where you buy, there's a kind of OTC settlement, and then when the market life open, so you will have seen price difference of, let's say, something that's about $10, you will have gotten it at maybe $8. I'm just using an example. And then you sell at general market, maybe the quantity you are going to sell, your allocation, because our stock market is highly regulated, is the most regulated, and every country that's independent always have their own stock exchange, and so it's more regulated. That's why you see that settlement process and all of that. So it's the most conventional and traditional financial market. Okay, so that's that. I'm not going to talk so much about that today. And so what I'm going to be talking about, because we have different segments. I'm not talking about the crypto spot because these are still correlated with stock trading kind of a thing. And when I tell a lot of people that you make more money if you can discipline yourself and investing Today, one of the lovely aspects of investing is that it's more dynamic and flexible than before. So how is it dynamic? It's dynamic in the sense that you can help, right? You can help to, you can have access to information and just know the basic navigation. And investing these days are more decentralized than centralized. So you have choice of like, no, I don't want to do so much centralized type of investment. I want to do more of decentralized type of investment. Now, if I use a practical example, you'll see that maybe when I'm going to talk, I'll be talking about the land banking. There are segments of land, that's real estate too. Most people talk about real estate in just one side, which is like um, land development. Okay, so where you have to set up properties and then develop and then lease and all of that. So that's one of the aspects most people always look at. And so when they are buying land, they buy based on those information. So we are not going to go into that. Where I'm going to be giving you a lot of information about real estate when we come to that, which is on land banking. So then we have the land banking will now have like a kind of retail system and other things that you can leverage on the land banking. So stock, I've talked about it previous week. I'm still going to more detail more about it. Maybe if we can have this year again, that may be next year. And of course, if you are within our ecosystem, provide some of the stocks. And I will tell people that you can buy both local and international stock. So we buy stocks, both local and international, and it's super amazing. A lot of people are benefiting from trading stocks and stuff like that. All right. So today I'm going to be exploring the automation, and this is a disclaimer. Um, every investing investment had associated risk. Now, and I need to clarify those on certain things. When people talk about risk, and so people have generalized risk as though you can lose money. That's not the general risk setting because people now have used it to like, uh even if you invest in bank get folded. So and so when you now invest in Ponzi scheme and when you lose, in quote they say don't put your egg in one basket. So that you are dissipating your energy from one Ponzi scheme to the other, that's not tantamount to investing. I'm not here to negate any project and all of that, but just this is an educational information. So just to give us a high effect to get enlightened financial literacy. Now, because I think by the grace of God, I've been victim of different Ponzi scheme. I've lost crazy money, and of course, people have invested through us to different platforms. So, how on earth are we not going to be very careful and conscious of platforms? Now, so you heard me more talk about maybe decentralized system, and so how does it really work? Okay, I hope everybody, if you're connected to me right now, I hope you can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, just type. If you're connected live and you can hear me, just type 111 on the chat box. If you can hear me, you're connected live, just type 111 on the chat box if you know you can hear me live and direct quickly, so that I will not just talking to myself and then, maybe imagine that you hearing me. So if you can hear me, please kindly just type 111 on the comment on the chat section. And those of you who are live, please, if you can hear me, just type 111 before I proceed to the next point. If you can hear me, just type 111 on the chat box quickly. Yes, those of us who are live, if you know you can hear me, so that I wouldn't. All right, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so now let's quickly go, and I'm going to talk about, look, I talked about stock, right? And just last week, if you have not watched the video, maybe you have to go there and check our live stream. That was last 2 weeks, not this week, I think so. Okay, last week I did investing, but the Tuesday was supposed to be talking about trading, and I couldn't have class. But by the grace of God, tomorrow we're going to be having trading opportunity, and of course, what you need to get started in trading and all of that, just basic things about trading. So we talk much about the stock and then talk about platform where you can buy stock, and if you want to buy stock locally, internationally, we've provided some platforms. And that's why if you are watching live direct, you can always come to our general telegram so we can have access to some of those information on buying stock. like I've just told us, they are the segment of stock trading. Now, there's some stock I'll buy, and the moment it do like 4 5%, I sell off. That's like speculations. Now, there's some stock you buy, you definitely must have highlight and look at research about the potential of such stock. All right. All right. Thank you very much, Daniel. So you talk about the potential of such stock or company. So we have about 6 steps we evaluate some company. What's their potential? Let me use an example. The local stock we bought into many years back. Um, Talk about Transcorp. Talk about Presco. Talk about MTN and some other things. If you look at some are two major aspects now, you can see technology, AI related stock, like if you're buying foreign stock, and maybe financial, like banking, and some other things. So you have to talk about that. So AI is related stock. That's why you see Alphabet has been on the rise for a very long time. Since beginning of this year, Alphabet has been on the rise. Is it too expensive? I think Alphabet should be about $300 or thereabout. But as at the time I was telling some persons to buy into Alphabet was around 250 something dollars. And now, so these are dimension. Then when such stock are being bought, you look at projective, how long can they trend and the wave of activities? Maybe 1 or 2 years. So that will warrant to like, okay, if I buy this stock, I'm not selling now. I'm going to just keep it to enjoy dividend. For the fact that you are keeping a stock for to enjoy dividend, that doesn't mean that a time come when you have had capital gain, that's price appreciation over a period of time. Let me use an example. Good number of people who have asked. I was surprised. I saw MTN stock was about 500 and something dollars. Let's quickly look at it. Let me just go to yeah, just go to because I'm going to talk about automation today. So um, before I'll go to that automation, so let me look at MTN. Okay, so you can see M10. M10 is about 500 and all right. So M10 is about 500 and yeah, 531 naira per share. So as at November 8th, is that correct? Okay, no, November last year, 2024, even when this my tool was saying people should buy, so stock came down to as low as $165, $167 per share. Do you get it? That was last year. We make money, and that's why if you're buying into stock, the only advantage is that because stock you can buy and hold, and that's the same style and system. I'll actually encourage people to adopt in their crypto investment. And that's why you see that among many things we have on our passive and hand-free investment portfolio on the Plan B Express Cash Flow Solution Club, it's that we look at stock, we look at crypto spot, all right? Then before we talk about the automation in future, automation in spot of futures, automation in forex, automation in synthetic, and land banking and all the like. So you ask me, Felix, why do you emphasize, all right, why do you have to emphasize on crypto stock spot? It's just tantamount to stock trading because I've told us the different segment of stock, but major pronounced one, you are looking at speculation, buy low, sell high. You look at buying into the primary market, buying into OTC. You're looking at buying and hold for dividend. That's a long term, you know, maybe or medium and long term. So because medium terms above 1 year to 5 years, a medium term. So short term it's just like 1 year. And so you can still do short term. 1 year you buy a stock. Such stock will target when dividend, just like when MTN and even Presco are now. So about what's that bonus or whatever of about $10 per shares and all of that. So even people who just bought within that window will make profit. So these are strategy, getting involved. So, but you look at M10 as at last year November, right, to now, that means M10 from 167 naira per shares to where it is now has done about 200%. So if in a year you hold into a stock, and I think M10 declared um, dividend twice last year, they usually, because in some of my stock on M10, twice a year. So these are dimension of investing. People don't want to look at. So when you tell people about investment, what people call investment are Ponzi schemes. People are so much glued to Ponzi scheme. They want to make the money now and all of that. It doesn't work that way. It's a systematic kind of whatever. Now, so I'm going to go into copy trading and automation. Let me quickly read about copy trading. So you probably want to understand what it is. Okay. So now said, okay, say copy trading is a form of automated social trading where investors automatically mirror the real-time trade of expert traders as signal providers on a platform, allowing beginners to benefit from pro strategies without deep market knowledge. So while full automation involves using bot or algorithm to execute trades based on predetermined rules, often incorporating AI for complex market adaptations with both methods streaming trading without but requiring careful selections of providers, strategies, and risk management. Now, I always tell people there are things you need to understand. So, copy trading. So, you link your trading account to a successful trader's account on a platform. When they buy or sell, your account automatically does the same and scaled to your invested capital. All right. So benefits, save time, lower barriers for beginners, allows portfolio diversifications across strategies, and offer control to spot and start copying anytime. All right. Key features. But if they didn't talk about the bad side, I'll quickly talk about the bad side because I'm not going to be telling you about something and tell you good of it without the bad of it. Now, I quickly will tell you what are some of the disadvantages of copy trading and automation. Number one, your account can get blown. I'm not scaring you. Your account can get blown, right? And you lose your money. All right. Because if you select a wrong strategy, who just trade anyhow, all right, you're going to be victim of like what happened on one of the platform we're using for the copy trading last week or last month. And I was checking some aggressive traders and I saw that they were trading massively. They did a very big profit, right? But the following week, what happened? The whole money went, all, I mean, all the money. Yes, trust me, all the money went. So you may be excited at a point, but eventually, now we have personal experience too, where we have partnered with some platforms that were trading and we connect our account. Yeah, some people lose about $40,000, some people lose $20,000. Now, then another side of this that copy trading varies, right? Some may be gradual and slow, compared to if you're personally trading by yourself. But remember, the whole essence of copy trading, investing is diversification, where you don't need to engage yourself. So you ask me, fellas, who are the people that copy trading actually fit? It fits everybody. Because even if you're a trader, let's say I'm a trader, all right, and I'm trading, let's say, with $10,000. And at the end of the month, I only did maybe 5%. It would have been of honor for me that I have another place where I can get more money, right? So let's say I have another $10,000 put in somewhere, and that one just did 1%. That's addition for me. That's one of the things that makes investing, diversification, or copy trading to be for everybody. Secondly, um, it reduces your stress. Maybe the time you are not, on your feet, something can happen. You are not available to trade because trading is an active involvement. So trading has to do with you being involved. And so, what if you are not active to trade, or you something happened to you, you are become so much emotional, and you begin to lose trade back to back, and it happens that way. So, where is your backup? Are we together now? So that one, it's recommended for everyone, irrespective of who you are. Now, but the other thing is that it can be slow, right? I've said it that it can be slow compared to, okay, if I use example, I have an account here now. I don't know, maybe we can see. Let me show you guys in one of my trading. If I have time to sit down and trade, okay, let me show you guys. Okay, I have an account now. This is $200 account. Yeah, I just hope you can see my screen. You cannot see it. Uh, Maybe you can zoom it, perhaps. Now, the trade I just traded yesterday on this account. So this account is just $200 account. Now, in just less than 24 hours, right? It was a account of $200. I made $112. So that means I've done 50%. And I still have a trade that is running that is about 20 something dollars. So eventually, maybe when this trade closes, I may be having up to 130 something dollars. So that's about 80% if give and take within 24 hours. Now, for the fact that you do that may not happen all the time, but sometimes you can flip an account because I know that this $200 between now and tomorrow, I may flip it to be $400. Does it happen every time? No, the answer is no. But assuming you have time to settle down and really face your trading properly by yourself, now you discover that you put in $10,000 somewhere for automation and copy trading, and sometimes there may not be a trade on it for the next 2 3 months. It's possible if you are following a conservative trader, and you won't make money for that period. And you always start trading within 2 weeks. Like let me use an example. One of my protege, uh, when I told them some strategy, and one of them chat me, "Oh, thank you, sir. I've adopted this strategy and it's working for me. I'm only trading gold, and now I've from my I invested. I put in. I all right funded my account with $300 last week when you finished the training, and now see the result. And so the account was seated at $1,200. So that's within 2 weeks, right? That's about 300% within 2 weeks. So if you are not careful, you are literally going to tell yourself there is no need putting into automation. There is a need because that is a part of diversification. Now, another thing you ask yourself is that chances are there that you're going to lose money. The account get blown. Like I want to share that we have platform we connected with 2022 or 2023, and then the whole money gone. But the question is this: even you personally, when you are trading, do you blow account? Yeah, you do. All right. So for the fact that you blow account last week does not mean that you cannot make profit this week. So diversification for copy trading is very important. So it can be slower, the risk of losing money. But one of the greatest benefits is that, please take note, if you are to copy any trade, listen, because I know a lot of flying objects are everywhere, and they will invite you to say we are making so percentage every month. Well, there's no problem about that. But the point is that where you are depositing your money need to is very, very important to be defined. Now, listen, if you are trading, if I said come and do copy trading, right, with me, and the money is going to be deposited maybe on Plan B Express platform or Plan B Express app, that money will be deposited there. And I say, deposit your money there. Don't do. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Then I'm coming up with a platform and I say, I saw this platform. Please, you are going to be making some money. I'm not calling names, but there are so many of them flying everywhere now. And then it is that you register on their platform, you fund your money, and they will say you connect your wallet, you enable withdrawal and deposit. Any any automation that you're going to do that you are not going to be in custody of your money on a regulated broker or exchange. Don't. Let me use an example. We have automation that we partner with a particular broker for Forex, right? We have two segments and we have a strategy connected. Now, these two strategy, one is conservative, one is moderately conservative or aggressive, moderately aggressive. Now, assuming those platforms, I was not going to open a broker, register, fill my name, do everything, and deposit my money and now connect with your strategy. Don't. Be careful. Yes, fine. It may be paying, but I only tell people that that is paying does not make it legitimate. All right, that does not paying does not disqualify the legitimacy because these are the things that we have seen. A lot of platforms are everywhere. We have seen more than this, both in forex and crypto. In fact, a lot are still ongoing now. There was a time somebody have to tell me that, hey, I invested in a platform. They give us signal, we trade. I say, oh, that's good. Now, say so we trade, we are making money. So and there's a specific time giving signal. Now, let me tell you, fine, it's good to have specific time you are expecting a signal when you are trading. But let me tell you, as far as the financial market is concerned, maybe forex, crypto, and all of that, you can have a range of time. Let's say in forex, somebody is trading London session, analyze the market, and so London session, like presently now, um, GMT plus one, that means it's about 9 a.m. GMT plus one. So if that's the case, you can say, okay, GMT plus one, 9 a.m. So from 9 a.m. to like, maybe from 9 a.m. to like um 11 a.m., just like before we're starting, 11 a.m., or 10:30 a.m. So within this time frame, we can have a signal to send to you. It's realistic. But a specific time, you are not in charge of the market, excuse me. You are not the one that owns the market. So the market is not going to obey you. Do you understand? So if anyone is telling you, will give you the signal, and then it's not working. That's not true. And that's where many people have lost crazy money. Oh, these guys, they are signal, and it's not a broker. They say register on our platform, we now give you signal to trade on our platform. Who is deceiving who? I think you are doing the deception yourself. So I'm just because this platform or this training is for educational purposes to enlighten, to give valid information for people, and of course, show to you how you can invest in automation. Are we doing it? Yeah, we're doing it. But are you going to deposit money on our platform? The answer is no. So we tell you, broker, you register, you're comfortable. So that's why we have choices. You're comfortable, you register, you connect your account. So in a nutshell, if you are not going to be in control of your money, and it is the people who are telling you to that are going to help you to do copy trading that say, okay, deposit money on our platform, be careful. All right. So now I've told you that it's slower. So let me use an example. And one can be fast, one can be slow. Let me open and show you something. If I show you, there's a platform here now. This is an automation platform. So don't worry. Over time, if you want to know more about it, I'm going to show to you. Now, this is an automation platform, right? So many persons, and one of the lovely things you should understand again too is that today, automations, investing is more simplified. Now, let's look at it. With this an automation like hands-free, automation trading. So that's one of the first things we recommend. This is just one aspect in crypto. So we have for our forex, okay? Then synthetics. So you want to know more about those ones, you can come in. Of course, maybe after now you can just chat on the comment section, or I'll drop our Telegram group link so that you can join. Let me just take it out. Let me just take it out. Just a moment. Just a moment. I'm going to do that now. All right, let's go here. I'm going to bring it out. Please, when we talk about investing, There's difference between investing and get rich quick scheme. So you have to be very careful. Now, most persons have met me, "Ah, I invested in this." I say, I'm not sure if you did invest in anything. You only get involved in Ponzi scheme. So that you are investing or you are putting money in Ponzi scheme has not really tell give or a kind of understanding that you are an investor. So investment is different from Ponzi scheme. Please, very, very important. Okay. So investing is different from, okay, I really want to post. Let me take the link. You can join the free group. Just a moment. I need to bring out the link. So you can join the free group from there. Then you can ask question. Okay. So that's the Telegram group. You can join our free Telegram group. And then you can chat up. Um, you can chat up with me. You can chat up with me on what is this one? Okay, so you can join the group and then so find out some of those details. Now, I was trying to explain to us. Now we have different automations. Like I've been doing robots. The first robot I used for a very long time was on crypto. That should be over 7 or 8 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. It's called Three Commerce. Now, when many people came in and crypto was booming, a lot of people who joined, they were happy, they make money, and at the same time, those that were doing marketing, affiliate rebate system, they were making money, right? But at a point when the market got to a stagnated level, just a moment. Okay, so I did all of those things, right? Now, but there is something I have understood about investing for a very long time is that investing is systematic and gradual. Even trading, what people do not understand, even trading is systematic and gradual, to be very frank with us. So now, so why I have to show you just like this interface? I'm not asking you to register on any platform now. I'm only showing you. Now, look at it. You will not be interested in looking at following an investing platform like this. Because look at this now, it's showing you that on the average, what this market, what this automation have done on the average, it's about 112% a year. That's called APR. Look at it, P and L a year. All right. That because on the average, the way it's going, it on the average, that means a year, it's average of this. Look at this. On the average of this, a year, 65%. Look at this. On the average of this, 177%. You likely will go for this, though, right? All right. So then here, on the average of this, but look at it, there's something here. You can invest as low as $1. Just using an example. Here you can invest as low as $100. Here you can invest, the lowest is $150 you can connect. Now here, 115%, and on the average year, the lowest amount you can say to get connected with these, all right, it's about uh five what's it called? Yes, it's about $50. All right. Now look at it, 421%. I know you want to be part of this type, right? This is an aggressive, that's okay on the average in a year, that this ought to have done maybe 421%. That doesn't mean that's what is being projected to say on the performance level. This has done this. Now, but there's something unique about it. These are purely crypto futures. Look at it. If you see something that has to do with investing, these guys are not using more than, this is 4x leverage, this is 2x leverage, right? This is the one that even use 10x leverage, all right? This one 3x leverage. And you will see that there will be mono. What do I mean by mono? Maybe a particular asset. Look at it, only Cardano. So it's not a multiple. Now look at this, for instance. This one, it's about only hype. Yeah, that's why they do this high heavy percentage. All right. And then look at this one. All right. This is on Apple system and all of that. Do you understand? Minimum you can invest is $200. Look at this. Bitcoin. All right. 26%. Now, why I have to show us this is that, so when it comes to investing, is that you want to have a backup fund. Now, most people who are going to benefit more on this, imagine somebody with $100,000 and is going to make just 50% in a year. That's $50,000. Your challenge is that your money is too small. Okay, imagine somebody with $100,000 here in a year. That means this person is going to make about $26,000. Then so imagine 1 million. So that's going to make about $260,000. Excuse me. So I'm trying to paint something for us to understand and now really apply what is expected. Now, let me show us another thing of investing. Now, this is a platform. Look at it. This is one of the platform I have abandoned long time. I do not have time. This is a copy trading tool I provided, right? Now, look at it. I do not have time to stay there. So it's telling you that on the average, when this thing has started since July, is it July? I think this will be July or May 7, 2025, that on the average, this has done about 257%. Yeah, that about 257%. That so on the average in a month, that means that I've done 31%, which is not bad. Now listen, look at the chart. But this can actually do more than that. But we're just trying to like compare things and let you know how and why we spread tentacles of diversification. Do you understand? So when we talk about diversification, and that's why most of us do not understand investing and why we talk about diversification. Now, listen, even the copy trading we provide, that is not you giving us your money. No, we're not interested. It's about you depositing your money, all right, and connect. I've just told you when any platform is going to come to tell you, we're doing investment, hands-free investment, we'll give you this percentage. You know, so how does it go? They tell you, okay, we'll give you a portal, you register your account, and it's their own portal where that their boat is where you are going to fund run. If you don't run, well, when you wound, you will run eventually. Now, I'm just telling us all of this because these are the gimmicks. But investing has to be more decentralized. That is, your money you should be in custody of your money. How am I going to be in custody of my money? Even though it's a platform, how are you in custody of your money? Let's use an example. If I ask us one simple question now, are you in custody of your money? The answer you give to me is yes. Ordinarily, you still give your money for people in custody of that money. So you are not actually the custodian of your money. But why you believe that you are a custodian of your money is that you put it in a recognized, regulated, government regulated platform, right? And you know that on that platform, your money is actually secure. Let's call it that way. And that's why you trust your bank. And so, because you put your money in your bank account and you know that it's your bank account, why you say you are, it's in your custody is that you can wake up anytime and you want to go to your bank to withdraw money, all right, and make use of that money. Does that really make sense? Yes. So, if you are going to withdraw your money at any time you wish to withdraw it and all of that, that means that money is in your custody. So no platform is going to tell you that, okay, this is your money that you have invested, just like all of those funny scheme. As you invest your $1,000, we're going to be giving you so percentage, but that money is going to be there for the next 3 years and all of that. Yes, we have staking like that. Fine. Maybe on Binance or Bybit, there's sometime we have like what we call, because I'm still going to talk about that as part of investing, right? Which has to do with crypto. And so, but would you want to do it in a platform that does not have recognition, that's not regulated, that does not have maybe insurance backing, you wouldn't want to do that. But the level of ignorance we operate on make a lot of people pushing their money into all of those platforms. All right. And so that's one of the things we're just like letting people know that when it has to do with investment, you have to learn how to be in charge of your money. Okay. And so automation work very well when it's decentralized. Don't join any automation that is not decentralized. You hear me right? Don't join any platform or any automation that is not decentralized. If it's not decentralized, it's not making sense. So you have to be very careful. Now, I'll take also, we have opportunity we've created for people to invest in diversification. Actually made some diversification like this, which I've not actually published to some of our people. I think I was creating that automation here. Okay, yes, look at it. Yeah, can you see my screen? I think you should guys to see my screen. Okay, lovely. I'm sure you can see my screen. Now, I was actually looking at, because a lot of people come in and don't know how to get themselves guided into it. It's okay. Of course, I call it combo package, right? Combo package. So we have the basic. Now, why the basic? That we have platform that you can invest. Not you are not giving us your money, but you open an account that you fund by yourself and get connected to strategy. And that's why it's like a strategy that's going to do what? A strategy that's going to be trading. And then, of course, when you make money, they are going to take percentage from it. So you are connecting to it to render the render service for you, and then you make money is being shared. All right. So that's how automation actually works. Service is being rendered. You don't know how to trade, even if you know how to trade. Because I always tell us that it's not only people who do not know how to trade. Some persons too know how to trade, but they are busy, they're engaged, and all of that. So what do? You engage your money. But I'm only telling us engaging your money wisely. How? Okay, so imagine now if I say, okay, fund your bank account. You say yes. So I'm going to give you my software, connect my software. The only fear you have now is that, how am I sure? Because that's the thing you have to check too. Number one, what confidence will I have to connect my account with Felix? Even though your money is not given to Felix. One risk that you are exposed to is that Felix may be very, very, not disciplined type of trader, and then that can expose your money to losses. That's one of the risks. Now, but you already have taken care of the risk of what if Felix run away with my money? Because yes, because that Felix, nobody know, it's not a regulated broker, it's all of that. So what if Felix now disappear with my money? Who will I hold? And that's why you need a broker or an exchange where your money is connected. Okay, so my money, that's why, like, if you go to Binance Bybit now, you have issue of API, right? For instance, if I want to connect account like this now, so let's say I want to connect account now. If I say click here to say copy, you see it's going to ask me for API. So that means I will now need to go and copy my API. So copy my API and connect like this now and run this bot. This interface that the bot is run to the strategy, but your money is already in your Bybit. So you have more confidence that, okay, my money is in my Bybit. Okay, and if the bot is running at any time, I can stop it and disconnect from the account. I only pay for whatever thing, maybe any amount they have made, and then the percentage that I need to be given, I need to give to them. Do you understand? So that's one of the things that make us to look at, the best you can do. So what we did was that we to stretch like this. So say, okay, if you want to come in, when you come in, so let's say I'm starting with $300. We just an example because we have a membership fee on our Plan B Express Cash Flow solution for you to have access to some of those services. Now, when you pay that, so I think when you pay that, it's $150 a month, a year, sorry, because it exposes you to a whole lot of things, training, education, signals, and all of that. If you check today now, we did a very fantastic signal that I'm sure, let me check what gold has done now, because that was gold. The signals gave, okay, gold have hit as good because it was the market was entered into from the market was entered into from 34310, and to take profit that should be about 400 pips. Yes, that should be about 400 pips if I'm not mistaken. That was from here. No, so no, from here. This one from the major key level, and so there's a rejection here now, just like from a rejection block. So I'm sure. Okay, the profit. I think the profit has been triggered because it was from here. So if I take here, it was from here that the signal was given to this point. Okay, I'm sure the profit has been triggered. So that's about four. Oh, come on, excuse me. Okay, now it's from 4310. So it's about 400 pips. Oh yeah, about 400 pips. And that's a very nice trade. And so for anyone now, because of news coming now, it's a bit risky, right? If not, this trade will have been taken. I was not even there. This trade will have been taken, something like that. Okay. Oh, okay. This one has not even closed. This one ought to have closed. I'm sorry. Just a moment. I'm not asking you to trade. I'm only telling you, explaining to you the power of leverage and taking advantage of opportunity around. Okay. So let me just close this one. Let me check what's going on. Okay, I put a stop loss already. I think I put a trailing stop loss already. So CPI is coming, it's a bit risky. Okay. It's a bit risky, right? Okay. Okay, this one was put in 52, not 50. Okay. Okay. So the signal was given in the morning and people have traded it and they have made money. Now, assuming you're connected to any master trader and as the trade take place, you are making money. All right. So now the point there is this. I hope everybody can still hear me live and direct, right? Please, can you still hear me, everybody? If you can hear me, just type 111 on the chat box. If you can still hear me, please type 111 on the chat box quickly. If you can still hear me, type 111 on the chat box. So like I was telling us, now why do we have to demystify this thing? Because we know when some people come in, because we have on the platform, we have different opportunities. Like we talk about stock, we talk about spot crypto, we talk about so many things. That's okay. Some people just come in, just only hands free and all of that can go for, we call the platform 24x amplified, and which here, well, I don't need to start telling you of what percentage you could be doing in a month, but to an extent, we have been able to record like this. All right, right, okay. So we have been able to record like this. So just in differential movement and all of that. Okay, so like this, we have been able to record like this. Now, so many persons will ask me, Felix, if I have a place that is doing 20 or 30, whatever, why don't I stay there? Even the scripture said, you don't know the evil that will come. Say, so give portion to six, give portion to seven. Okay. Not that you are looking at, so if you are sure you have solid this thing, why? Even the stock we're buying, company stocks and all of that. Let me use an example. There was a stock, let me check if it has even appreciated. There was a stock called New. Okay. Oh, the trade I just entered. So I need to, okay, this must have closed. Let me see. If I was in the market, I would have traded that market on gold, but I was not in the market. So I just have 2 more minutes to give us because, or let's say 3, 4, 5 minutes, because I know we started late. This class is supposed to be 1 hour. So I need to actually close this one. that I was not there. Carry, let's go. I want to close it. Ah, man, network. Let me refresh. What's going on? You don't want to open? Okay, so just to let us know that, okay, so there was a stock, let me go back to like 4 hours, called New. In the first time when I got involved in this stock, it's a Chinese stock. Aha. I was telling a lot of people that this thing is gonna crash. Now let me show you something. Now, for the fact that this stock crashed, anyone who was following my instruction made money. But me, I still have my money stuck in here. Are you seeing something lovely? Now let me go to daily time frame or perhaps weekly or even monthly. All right, so let me go to monthly because I traded this stock since I've been trading this stock since 2019. You hear me right? Since 20 what? 2019. Let me go to monthly 2019. Now that's why to have access to the right information and just basic knowledge. Now in 2019, can you see this stock? So in 20, so that's the stock has been 2017, 2018. Now, after the move up to about $14, came down, it went back to $10, and stuff rocked down. It's at that rock down. I bought it at about one point some no $2 or $3 around that point. That was in 2019. That was around December. Yes. And in 2019, to that COVID-19 2020, the the stock was rocking. It rocked all through 2020 during COVID-19. Let me use an example. So I think I bought at about $2 per share. So let's say $3, whichever way. But if you look at it, in less than a year or just in a year, what I did was 3,000%. So that means, so if you look at this, 2,500%. So 3,000%. What do we now see? Look at it. After the stock had done this massive stock, what happened? The stock was crashing. Are you seeing it now? Was crashing. And I think as at 2023, we bought in at about $7, $8, and I was targeting 21, $26. Look at what I was targeting. It got to $16 per shares and came down. I bought more here. Do you see now? At $10 again and then $7, I bought more. Then it rocked down as heavy as possible. I don't know if you are following. Now, but at the end of the day, the stock bounced again from $3. Look at it move up. And then it came down, no way, because there was still at the point where they were supposed to move, and I was telling other people, I say, until the stock actually crossed $16, you have not had any headway. Do you get it now? I still have this stock now. Okay, so I think while we're even talking was appreciating again. If not, we saw at $4 just now. So I still have this stock. Now the question what I'm putting out is that you can imagine the one I bought in 2023. I'm still holding it. Probably I could be earning dividend on it. Do you understand? But that's to tell you, even as a great company, certain risks are associated. But people are still talk to them about when the price was $3.5. That means as at the time they were buying, they will have even made more money than me of this small move, for instance. This small moves already 100% and above, by 130%. So for anyone who invested just like $500 or $1,000 will have made times two of it. I'm not saying this, it just to tell you know that investing it's more strategic. So, but when I talk about the copy trading, I was just telling us there are different dimensions where you put in your money into your broker and connect with your into the broker. So why I have to segment this way? So this was not even meant for public consumption though, right? But just to give us an aha effect. So Assuming I come into their ecosystem. Oh, if I come into their ecosystem, I can spread into, we have what we call 24x amplified, putting money to the broker, connect, and all of that. So we have PBX connect, So that's okay. Assuming I have my $300, I can spread it like this. Okay, assuming I have $1,000, I can spread it like this. $100 here, $200 here. Okay, $100 here, $200 here, if I'm not mistaken. Is this up to 1,000? This is 200. This is 200. That is okay, something. Okay, okay, okay. I think it still have. So this is like into this PBS, into this PBX, spot crypto, right? Stock recommendations, and crypto robotic, just like what I showed us here. Then I have $3,000. Let me spread the tentacles. Okay, $500 here, $500 here, $500 here. Okay, just $500 across that dimension like that. So you can now see what we call balancing the portfolio. Okay, VIP. Okay, I have $5,000 and above. Okay, $1,000 here, $1,000 here, $500 here, $1,000 here, and all of that. Now, why all this? So when we talk about automation, if I connect my board or I connect my money to those copy system to the board, and maybe the money I've made over, let's say just 10% at the end of whichever period, but I'm in need of money. Now, so why we call it decentralized and flexible is that both the profit and the capital should be able to scoop it out. It's my liberty. Disconnect their service. I don't want your service again. Thank you. Not that your service is not going to hold my money and said, oh, because you have connected to our boat or to our automation, you will not have access to this money in the next 2 years or 3 years. No, it doesn't make sense. And so those are the things we try to educate people when it has to do with investing and diversification. Is that understood? It's very, very fantastic. Most time people don't look at how things work inwardly. So can we not do more than this? Why not? You can do more than this. But this is all right. I'm not talking about trading today. It's tomorrow by 11 a.m. that I'll be talking about trading opportunity. All right. And perhaps how to go about them, what you need to put in place, and all of that. And outside that, then we talk about partnership rebate system. That should be Friday or something where we explain to people how to do. So when it has to do with any investment opportunity, if you are not going to be in charge of your fund, be careful. They're likely going to just undo yourself of good things. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I think we have come to the end of this today episode on about passive and decentralized investment diversification. For into crypto, to stocks. So, but in the next episode, we're now going to be talking more detail about the spot trading opportunity portfolio because even the stock recommendation is still a spot. We just recommend like by 3 p.m. today. Now, I have some other stock recommendation I need to work on and all of that. Okay, and so by that time, so over time, you are going to be just learning platforms. Where you can invest. Sorry, checking something. Okay, so that is what it is, ladies and gentlemen, on how to go about diversification, investing. So the next episode will talk more about the crypto sport, and of course, and then we call something innovative. So the crypto sport and innovative. So yours is to follow instruction and I have a target. I will say, hey, once you are bought into any stock or crypto, have done 4% and above, and you are not comfortable, you can exit, sell off everything, and then move on to see opportunity of buying another one. I hope it makes sense. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can just go into our group and then you can chat up with me directly and ask questions. My name is Midas Felichima. I'm the team leader of Plan B Express. Thank you very much and thanks for coming. Plan B Express, together we rise. Bye for now.